Good morning and welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways. This is our outdoor kitchen. Thought we'd do a little view here on fuel consumption. Just a quick little morning video. With a little luck today, I'll be setting up the cinder blocks and getting everything stuccoed in so I can do the proper countertop. This is a propane stove, 2 burners, and this is a large 3-burner Coleman white gas stove. It will run off of unleaded fuel. However, unleaded fuel will clog it up if you leave it. So you have to empty it out when you're done. But for emergencies, that's actually really cool. So this is propane, and there's also a propane grill. And between the two of those, in a given month, 1 month, we're going through just about 1 tank of propane and just over a gallon of white gas, the fuel you use for these stoves. And that includes some lanterns. Okay, so I have lanterns that run off of this also, 2 of them, and all together it's just barely over a gallon. So at current prices, and this is spring of 2022, so everything's super expensive. A refill on a propane tank, if you're doing an exchange, is about 24 bucks. I don't always do exchanges, but if I find an old tank, that's the best way to use it. And then this stuff, the Coleman fuel and the Crown white gas are significantly different in price. I use the Coleman fuel exclusively for some of the older lanterns because they're not dual fuel, and then the white gas I'll use in the stove with no problem. I think they're the same thing, but they're labeled slightly different. You know, this is supposed to be the same thing, but this is like $11. This is like $15. Either way, if you count it all up and you assume even the Coleman fuel, which is more expensive, we're talking about $40 a month in fuel costs for all of the cooking for 2 permanent residents, and then we've got 3rd and 4th kiddos and teenagers coming up most of the time. So more than half the month. So that's it. That's what the costs are. If you're doing any prepper work at all, this is your prepper side of things. The good Coleman propane stoves will work in the wind very well. The white gas dual fuel stoves like this are worth their weight in gold. They're so easy to fuel. They're easy to use once you learn how to use them. You don't have to get the 3-burner version. That just happened to be available to me when I was shopping on Craigslist, and they work really well. All of the pumps and everything are rebuildable, so just make sure you get a working one. A single burner is probably more than adequate. And having more than one fuel type means that if I lose something, I'm not done, you know. I also have a charcoal grill. Of course, I'm going to be using that more once I get everything set up in the outdoor kitchen area. But that's it. 35, 37, under $40 a month on fuel for both stoves and the propane grill. Stay sideways.